strongly in this because everyone in your team brings value. They bring value to your table and to your team. So I want to recognize my artist Bobby because we had a hard time. We had so many wonderful ideas, trying to group them in categories. She did an amazing job and she went above and beyond. So I wanted to say thank you because I think we had great discussion and great topics. We categorize these through sales, talking first about at-home meeting recognition, and then virtual. We have so many directors in the room and above who are doing so many virtual things that we wanted to really break it into selling. Then we talked a lot about bringing guests to the meetings or to the virtual events, and then of course how do we recognize when they sign a new team member. So as you can see, Facebook was front and center because it's really important. I still have 2 team members not on Facebook, and I do have to remember that they enjoy mail or regular email and picking up the phone. But we do a lot with the recognition on Facebook. So again, it could be something as simple as doing a shout out on your team page, the first person active every month. And as I said in our groups, you might have someone who turns in a $300 show. That might be the only show they have that month, but they had their moment in the spotlight. If they happen to be the first one, you shouted out, you drew attention, you thanked them. So recognizing who's active first in the month. A lot of discussion, every single group, about Green by 15. And so we really dug in a little bit deeper in that regard. Some of you are mailing postcards. We're always putting the thank you shout outs on the Facebook wall. Some of you are including Target or gift cards, Starbucks. Somebody brought up a great point. You want to find out what kind of store, coffee shop, or store they enjoy. I can share that I used to mail Starbucks cards to a team member in North Dakota, and after about 6 months she sent me a message and said, we don't have any Starbucks near us. So it's really important to find out where do they like to shop, so when you recognize them, there's value to what you're doing. We recognize the top sellers. So I know for my own meetings, it could be, again, a shout out on Facebook, but also do a recognition moment on their regular wall. Because if they are the top seller and you say thank you, that thanks everybody who are their friends and contacts on Facebook. If you partied with them, you had a show, you worked with them last month, thank you. It also reminds them that you sell Pampered Chef and puts their name back in front of their contact base. Also do and tell, a lot of discussion about recognizing the behaviors, those positive traits. You know, it could be something as simple as handing out a catalog or working their first vendor event or working a farmer's market, having their first interview, and putting something on the Facebook. So again, a lot of the recognition on the team page, and then their personal wall. Then we talked about things that happen at your home meetings if you are running a live get-together versus virtual. And so, again, I talked at every meeting. I share that my top seller gets the comfy chair. So we run our meetings at one of our team members' houses, and she has a very comfy recliner. So the top seller gets a sign written that says reserved seating, because for any of you who go to National, you know how exciting it is when you get to sit in reserved seating. We also put a sign on the garage door for reserved parking, so they get to pull right up into the driveway, and they have front row parking. We give a lot of ribbons, beads, recognizing, did you offer the opportunity? Did you do an online class? Did you bring a guest? Whatever it is. The Mardi Gras beads, and then we collect them at the end of the meeting. So many people talked about money jar, and that kind of goes into the topic of inviting guests to meetings, because those guests become our future team members. But really, every single group talked about a director putting $5 in a jar or play money, some kind of visual, and everybody writes their name on a ticket when they come into the meeting. And if your name is drawn and you did not bring a guest, we go, oh, Denise, I'm so sorry. And the money stays in the jar. But if Denise brought a guest, we pull her name, she gets the cash. Right now you can talk about cash for conference. So every group talked about the cash or product. You could do that cumulative product in the crate where you put your name, you get the product in the crate. You didn't bring a guest that time, it stays in the crate and then it's cumulative. But everybody talked about recognition, money in the jar. Let's see. Oh, we talked about PC dollars are huge. And then I'm looking at when you get product, there's our new FedEx, our Pampered Chef box that with your BFF Next Kitchen, BFF is inside. So my artist was quite detailed. So Dining with the Stars, we had a lot of conversation, and I can give credit to Michael Reeves. He's the first one. He and Debbie Reason were talking about Dining with the Stars. That's a chance to recognize the top sellers in a 3 or 4 month time frame, and that highlights your sales, highlights recruiting, and I added the element if a person qualifies in their first 30 days. They automatically get an invitation to Dining with the Stars because you want to instill a positive, immediate growth in business and positive traits. Amazon gift cards were very popular with all groups because everybody pretty much shops on Amazon or Amazon Prime, so that came up a lot. Green by 15, here we go again, it's just the Green by 15 card and recognition. And then Happy Mail, getting things in the mail. Getting a piece of mail that is not a bill is very exciting. So it can be stickers, a certificate for like people who sell over $1,000 that month. It can be anything. It's the fact that your team member knows you took a minute to think of him or her. Happy Mail, snail mail, certificates, top seller. That is pretty much in a nutshell, but I cannot stress enough. You need to say thank you because everybody brings value. One thing that I shared with every group is the director team by the 10th. I do the active by the 15th. I support that. I love that. But I also do the director team by the 10th. So if you were not in through the groups, in a nutshell, what that means is one group asked, do I look at my sales? I include my sales if we're about $200 or $300 away. So for example, when my personal team, this has nothing to do with my downline directors, they take care of their own. If my personal team hits 5,000 by the 10th, everybody who submitted sales goes into a drawing for a $50 to $75 product. The reason I do that, and I highlight everybody on Facebook, we make a big deal. First of all, from the director, less stress for me, because I don't want to go to the 11th hour. I know everybody in this room knows what I'm talking about that. So, well, what that means is if Ellington had a $200 show, and that was all she had that month, but she was part of the team who got us to be green by the 10th, she had her shout out. She brought value, and her sales made a difference because it's our team, our organization. So that is it in a nutshell. Thank you.